In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. The hour of judgment is nigh, and the moon was cleft asunder. But if they see a sign, they turn away and say, "This is but continuous magic." They reject the warning and follow their own lusts, but every matter has its appointed time. There have already come to them such tidings as contain a deterrent. A wisdom far-reaching, but the preaching of warners profits them not. Therefore, O Prophet, turn away from them, and await for the day that the caller will call them to a terrible affair. They will come forth, their eyes humbled from their graves, torpid like locusts scattered abroad. Hastening, with eyes transfixed towards the caller, "Hard is this day," the unbelievers will say. Before them the people of Noah rejected their messenger. They rejected our servant and said, "Here is one possessed." And he was driven out. Then he called on his Lord, "I am one overcome. Do thou then help me?" So we opened the gates of heaven, with water pouring forth. And we caused the earth to gush forth with springs, so the waters met and rose to the extent decreed. But we bore him on an ark made of broad planks and caulked with palm fibre. She floats under our eyes and care, a recompense to one who has been rejected with scorn. And we have left this as a sign for all time. Then is there any that will receive admonition? But how terrible was my chastisement and my warning! And we have indeed made the Qur'an easy to understand and remember. Then is there any that will receive admonition? The Ad people too rejected truth. Then how terrible was my chastisement and my warning! For we sent against them a furious wind on a day of bitter ill luck. Plucking out men as if they were roots of palm trees torn up from the ground. Yea, how terrible was my chastisement and my warning! But we have indeed made the Qur'an easy to understand and remember. Then is there any that will receive admonition? The Thamud also rejected their warners. For they said, "What, a man? A solitary one from among ourselves? Shall we follow such a one? Truly should we then be in error and madness." Is that the message is sent to him, of all people amongst us? Nay, he is a liar, an insolent one. Ah, they will know on the morrow which is the liar, the insolent one. For we will send the she-camel by way of trial for them. So watch them, O Salih, and possess thyself in patience. And tell them that the water is to be divided between them, each one's right to drink being brought forward by suitable turns. But they called to their companion, and he took a sword in hand and hamstrung her. Ah, how terrible was my chastisement and my warning! For we sent against them a single mighty blast, and they became like the dry stubble used by one who pens cattle. And we have indeed made the Qur'an easy to understand and remember. Then is there any that will receive admonition? The people of Lut rejected his warning. We sent against them a violent tornado with showers of stones, which destroyed them, except Lut's household. Them we delivered by early dawn. As a grace from us, thus do we reward those who give thanks. And Lut did warn them of our violent seizure, but they disputed about the warning. And they even sought to snatch away his guests from him, but we blinded their eyes. They heard, "Now taste ye my wrath and my warning." Early on the morrow an abiding chastisement seized them. So taste ye my chastisement and my warning. And we have indeed made the Qur'an easy to understand and remember. Then is there any that will receive admonition? To the people of Pharaoh too, aforetime, came warners from Allah. The people rejected all our signs, but we seized them with the seizure of a mighty, powerful. Are your unbelievers, O Qur'an, better than they? Or have ye an immunity in the sacred books? Or do they say, "We acting together can defend ourselves"? Soon will their multitude be put to flight, and they will show their backs. Nay, the hour of judgment is the time promised them for their full recompense, and that hour will be most grievous and most bitter. Truly, those in sin are the ones in error and madness. The day they will be dragged through the fire on their faces, they will hear, "Taste ye the touch of hell." Verily, all things have we created in proportion and measure. And our command is but a single word, like the twinkling of an eye. And oft in the past have we destroyed gangs like unto you. Then is there any that will receive admonition? All that they do is noted in their books of deeds. Every matter, small and great, is on record. As to the righteous, they will be in the midst of gardens and rivers, in a sure abode with a sovereign omnipotent.